Hey everyone, and welcome back. When we think about phone security, what's the first thing that comes to mind? Hackers, phishing links, and viruses, right? We're careful about the apps we download and the links we click. We use strong passwords and biometric locks. We do everything we can to protect our phones from all those digital threats. But I want you to consider a different question. What are you doing about the biggest, most unexpected threat of all? A threat that doesn't come from the internet, but from the sky? That's right, the weather. Believe it or not, extreme weather conditions like heat and humidity can compromise your phone's security in ways you've never imagined. Why is this important to talk about? From extreme heat waves to humid summer days, we all face environmental challenges that can affect our technology. We might think our phones are tough and can handle anything, but the truth is, extreme heat and humidity can cause serious, permanent damage to your phone's hardware and software. And that damage can open a door for criminals to access your data. In this video, we're going to talk about the specific weather conditions that can impact your phone. We'll explore exactly how that weather can compromise your security. We'll give you 2 real-life scenarios to show you the danger. And most importantly, we'll give you simple, practical steps you can take to protect your phone and your personal information. So get ready, because this is a crucial video for every phone owner. Alright, let's talk about the specific weather conditions that can destroy your phone's security. The main culprits are extreme heat and humidity. Let's start with extreme heat. Whether you're in Arizona during a heat wave or you just leave your phone in the car on a hot day, temperatures can rise fast. That high temperature doesn't just make the phone uncomfortable to hold, it causes serious damage to the battery and the internal components. Now, let's look at the opposite end of the spectrum. Extreme cold. While not as immediately destructive as heat, sub-zero temperatures present a unique set of security challenges. When a phone gets too cold, the chemical reactions inside its lithium-ion battery slow down drastically. This causes a sudden, massive drop in battery life, and the phone might shut down unexpectedly, even when it says it has 30% or 40% charge left. The cold can also make the phone's screen and internal components more brittle and susceptible to shattering from a minor drop. This sudden power loss in a critical moment can be just as dangerous as a slow-draining battery, forcing you into emergency situations with a dead device. The next condition is humidity. That moist, heavy air can enter your phone through microscopic cracks or ports. It's not as obvious as dropping your phone in water, but the moisture is slowly building up inside, a silent threat to your phone's integrity. How do these conditions affect your phone's hardware and software? For heat, the high temperature accelerates the degradation of your phone's battery. A damaged battery can swell up and even explode. It also affects the processor and other components, causing the phone to slow down, freeze, and eventually crash. Inside the battery, heat causes the liquid electrolyte to break down, generating gas that can make the battery swell. This is a major safety risk, but it also permanently reduces the battery's capacity. Heat forces the central processing unit, or CPU, to thermally throttle, meaning it intentionally slows down to prevent overheating. This is why your phone feels sluggish in the sun. Prolonged exposure can cause irreversible damage to the silicon chips and the solder joints connecting them, leading to system instability and crashes. For cold, as we mentioned, the primary victim of cold is the battery. Your phone's software isn't calibrated to handle the erratic voltage drop from a freezing battery, which is why it often shuts down abruptly. When you bring a very cold phone into a warm room, condensation can form inside the device. This is just as bad as getting it wet, as that moisture can short-circuit the logic board once you turn the phone back on, leading to the exact same corrosion problems we see with humidity. For humidity, the moisture that enters your phone causes corrosion. It's like tiny rust spots forming on the circuit boards inside the phone. This corrosion can cause short circuits and make parts of the phone malfunction. It's important to understand that modern water resistance ratings, like IP68, are tested in controlled lab settings with pure water. They are not designed to protect against steam, salt water, or the persistent, creeping moisture of a high humidity environment, which can still find its way past the seals over time, especially as they age and degrade. The issue is that this type of damage doesn't just make your phone stop working, it can also affect the very core of your phone's security systems, which leads us to the next point. So how does this physical damage from the weather compromise your phone's security? It happens in few major ways. The first is biometric sensor failure and screen malfunction. Most of us rely on fingerprint or Face ID to unlock our phones. It's a very secure method. But extreme heat and humidity can mess with these sensors. The moisture can make your fingerprint sensor fail, forcing you to use your password or PIN. Similarly, high temperatures can interfere with the infrared cameras used for Face ID, causing them to fail until the device cools down. This forces you back to your passcode. And if your screen is damaged from the heat, the touchscreen might not work properly, making it difficult to enter your password accurately. This can lead you to use a simpler, easier-to-remember password, or even write it down, which makes you more vulnerable to attack. Imagine you're at a music festival on a blazing hot day. Your phone overheats and the screen starts glitching. Your Face ID and fingerprint fail. Out of frustration, you disable biometric lock and use a simple 4-digit PIN just to get to your digital tickets. Now, if your phone gets lost or someone is looking over your shoulder, it's easy for them to get in. The weather didn't just break your phone, it forced you to compromise your own security. Another is the hardware failure and data corruption. The corrosion caused by humidity can affect the part of your phone that handles security, like the Secure Enclave on iPhones or the trusted execution environment on Androids. These are the secure parts of your phone that store your biometric data and private keys. Think of the Secure Enclave as a digital vault, a separate, encrypted processor that is physically isolated from the rest of the phone's system. Its entire security model relies on this physical isolation. When corrosion from humidity creates a short circuit on the logic board, it can damage the pathways leading to this vault, or damage the vault itself. This can either lock you out of your own data permanently, or in rare cases, create hardware faults that could be exploited by a highly sophisticated attacker with physical access to the device. If these components malfunction, your entire security system can be compromised. On top of that, water damage or extreme heat can corrupt your data, making your files unreadable or even altering them without you knowing. A damaged phone can send corrupted data, making your phone behave erratically and even compromise other devices it connects with. In this case, think about living in a humid climate like Florida. Over time, that moisture can cause a short circuit inside your phone's battery management system. This can cause the phone to start acting strangely, randomly shutting down, or the battery percentage jumping up and down. A hacker who knows about this vulnerability might take advantage of your confusion. They could send a fake security message saying, "Your battery management system is compromised. Click here to download a firmware update," when in reality, it's a virus. Because your phone is already acting strange, you might fall for the trick, and your security is now completely compromised. And we have the network and connectivity shutdowns. Here's a threat you might not have considered. Your phone's ability to connect to cellular, Wi-Fi, and Bluetooth networks is handled by a series of radio chips. These chips generate a significant amount of heat during normal operation. When the phone is already hot from the external environment, these radios are often the first components to be automatically shut down by the operating system to prevent damage. Suddenly you have no signal, no internet, and no way to connect to your Bluetooth devices. This forces you into a vulnerable position. You might become desperate to connect to the internet, leading you to use an unsecured public Wi-Fi network at a cafe or airport, which are notorious hunting grounds for hackers looking to steal data through man-in-the-middle attacks. Imagine you're traveling on a hot summer day and relying on your phone's GPS for directions. Your phone, sitting on the dashboard in the sun, overheats and shuts down its cellular radio. You've lost your GPS and your internet connection. Panicked, you pull over at the nearest rest stop and connect to their free, open Wi-Fi network to figure out where you are. While you're looking up the map, a hacker on that same network intercepts your connection. Because the network is unsecured, they can see the data being transmitted, and they trick your phone into connecting to a malicious portal. You've just turned a hardware problem caused by the weather into a massive data privacy breach. The good news is that you can protect your phone from these weather-related threats. It's not difficult, but it requires you to be proactive. Use a protective case and waterproof bag. This may seem like common sense, but many people don't do it. Invest in a good waterproof case. During rainy or humid seasons, carry a small waterproof bag to put your phone in when you're outside. It will protect it from both rain and humidity. Avoid direct sunlight and heat. Never leave your phone in a hot car. Temperatures can reach over 120 degrees Fahrenheit, which is extremely dangerous. If you're at the beach or a pool, make sure your phone is in a shaded, cool area. If your phone displays a temperature warning, stop using it immediately. Take it out of its case, which can trap heat, and move it to a cooler environment. Do not put it in a freezer or refrigerator, as the rapid temperature change can cause condensation and damage it further. Back up your data regularly. Even if you're very careful, accidents can happen. That's why it's crucial to regularly back up your data to the cloud or an external hard drive. If your phone gets damaged by the weather, you won't lose your photos, contacts, and other important files. Don't use a wet or overheated phone. If your phone gets wet or feels too hot, turn it off immediately. Do not charge it. Allow it to cool down completely or dry out before you attempt to use it again. If it's wet, gently pat it dry with a soft cloth and place it in a dry, well-ventilated area. Forget the popular myth about putting it in a bag of rice. Rice dust can get into the ports and cause more problems. Instead, let it air dry or use silica gel packets, which are designed to absorb moisture. For an overheated phone, let it cool down to room temperature naturally before you attempt to use it again. Using a phone when it's wet can cause short circuits, which will make the problem worse. Stay away from unofficial repair shops. If your phone is damaged by water or heat, take it to a reputable and authorized repair shop. Unauthorized shops might use low-quality parts that could compromise your phone's internal security systems. They could even install a corrupted component without you knowing. An authorized technician understands the delicate architecture of security components like the Secure Enclave and has access to genuine parts that won't create new vulnerabilities. Paying a little extra for an authorized repair is a small price for maintaining your digital security. So, let's summarize. The weather, especially extreme heat and humidity, can cause physical damage to your phone's hardware and software. That damage can compromise your biometric sensors and security systems, making you vulnerable to attacks. But you have the power to protect yourself. By being proactive with protective cases, avoiding extreme temperatures, and backing up your data, you can keep your phone safe from threats that don't even come from the internet. Your phone's security isn't just about software, it's about the physical well-being of the device too. My challenge to you is this: check the weather app on your phone, and before you head outside, make sure your phone is ready for anything the weather might throw at it. In our modern, digitally connected world, the increasing number and complexity of cyber threats can be overwhelming. To effectively protect your most important data, you need specialized help. That's why you should visit us at Tileris.com. Here, our AI agents and powerful cybersecurity applications are ready to provide a complete defense for your digital life. Our cutting-edge technology excels at finding threats in real time, identifying weaknesses, and proactively stopping attacks. To begin securing your future, you can simply ask for a personalized demo or a professional consultation, and our experts will handle the rest. Don't wait for a data breach to happen. Take action now. Visit Tileris.com today to secure your digital life. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.